salt air and rust on your door. I never needed anything more. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Books with BethX here. Happy August. It's Taylor's month. It's Taylor Swift's month finally. Honestly, August, probably one of my top songs. If you have ever listened to Folklore, Folklore, my #1 album. It's just, it's such an incredible but such a sad song. But yes, happy August everyone. I hope you're doing well. I can't believe it's August already. It feels like, honestly, anyone in the UK will agree with me. It doesn't feel like we've had a summer this year. We've pretty much had rain every single day for the past month at this point. We've been maybe had the one odd day where it's been clear. So it doesn't even feel like August. I feel like I should be starting to read thrillers and Halloween books and that sort of thing. But I'm trying to force summer to stay. I'm going to go abroad, hopefully soon. A hot holiday in the sun is just what I need at the minute, and I will be beckoning summer to come back. But anyway, you're not here. I'm not a weather forecaster. You're not here to see my forecast of the weather in the upcoming months or previous months or whatever. We're here to discuss my August TBR because we're in August now. And yeah, I've got quite a few exciting plans in terms of reading for this month, so hopefully I'll achieve them and do a little bit better than last month. Not that last month was bad in any way, shape or form. You'll see that in my wrap-up, which will hopefully come out this weekend. Fingers crossed it should be. Don't know why I'm saying fingers crossed it will be out this weekend. But I thought I'd start because I'm doing something a bit different. So I've got next to me, I'll pull it over in a second, sort of a book bag that I got from a Crate. And I thought I'll put in all of my TBR each month into this bag and I can only read books from that bag, right? So I thought I'll start by showing you all the books I was supposed to read last month and then pull out the ones I did read and we can see what I've got left, and they're obviously, pretty much all of them are going to be the ones that I need to read this month because honestly I just carry on books over month by month, and yeah, it's probably just easier doing it that way. So let me just grab the pile of books. So, oh god, it's so heavy. So hopefully you can see this. This is all the books that I wanted to read this last month. Audiobooks are represented by obviously my headphones, and ebooks, well, there's only one that I wanted to read, represented by my Kindle. So shall we get rid of all the books that I read? 3, 2, 1. And there we have it. So, I only had 5 books, if you include the headphones one, technically, left to read last month. And I have about 2/3 of the way through another one. So it wasn't too bad, but obviously I'm carrying the majority of these through, other than this one. I hope you get full. This one, which was my Crate pick for last month. If you're not aware, basically every time I get a Crate box, if I didn't read the previous month's book in that month, I add it to a jar. I think it's this one here. And then any books that come in, or any books that are featured in the box that I've not read, I also add to that, and then I'll pick one out. However, I didn't even start last month's Crate pick that I'd picked out of the jar or bowl for myself, so obviously that'll be carrying over. So I'm not going to pick one this month, but I will read this one because this is literally going to be my next read. But yeah, so this one will be going into there for me to read at some point when I pick it out, although I do really want to read this, and it's so beautiful. I really want to read it. And then obviously continuing on with the topic of Crate, I think my box might be here tomorrow, which will be today when you see this. So if it is out, I'll link it in my description below because I will have done a TikTok on it. I believe they're being dispatched tomorrow to the 5th. Is that Saturday? Usually I literally get it the first day usually, even though I've not, dispatch emails, so we'll see. So it might be up on there. If not, just keep an eye on my TikTok. If you follow me on there, my @ is my same as my YouTube one. And I just post various different videos on there and more in-depth reviews of books as well. So give that a watch. So this was my Crate pick for last month. So obviously I will be reading this. This will be the first book that I will be going on to this month, and it's really pretty, and it was one of my most anticipated releases for this year, especially for the first half of the year. So yeah, I'm going to get to that one. Also at some point I will be doing most anticipated releases for the rest of this year, even though I was due to do it in June. time is just fine by at the minute, but I will do one, so maybe it'll be like the last quarter or something by this point. But yeah, this one was one of the ones for like earlier in the year, because this came out in May, I believe. So yeah, definitely going to get around to this ASAP. And then the next one that I was due to start last month, obviously, is Fourth Wing. I really need to get to this. So if anyone else doesn't follow her, Books with BethX is like the best booktuber on here. She's so funny, I love her. And she's got like 3 kittens at the minute, and it's just incredible watching them grow. And she has some very, very strong opinions about books, especially things like ACOTAR. And I don't think she liked the Cruel Prince series as well, as another example. And some people in her comments told her to read this, so she bought it, and now everyone in her comments is saying you're going to hate it. So she's going to do a vlog of this month. So I need to read this before I can watch that vlog. So this will definitely be my second read for next month, I reckon. This month. But to be fair, I feel like I'm going to need a break after reading what I'm currently reading. So this probably will actually be good to like just switch my brain off. So yeah, I am looking forward to reading it. I want to get in with the hype. I want to see what everyone's talking about. Apparently the main male character wears skinny jeans. I saw a meme going around on Instagram, which was like, they gave it a 1-star rating and said, I read the first line and the main male character was wearing skinny jeans. I was just like, oh my God, you can't wear skinny jeans in a fantasy book. So yeah, I think I'll probably just laugh along. Maybe I'll vlog it as well. If you want me to vlog it, let me know in the comments, because yeah, I might have quite a visceral reaction to reading this, but we'll see. We'll see. It's popular for a reason. It might be popular because it's mind-numbing, but it's popular for a reason. So yeah, we'll see how I find this. And then the book, obviously, that I'm currently reading still is A Day of Fallen Night. I'm pretty sure I started this like halfway through last month. It's taken me ages. Like, I'll sit there for an hour and only manage to read like 20 pages, which is literally the same thing that happened to me reading The Lord of the Rings, the first one. Yeah, I don't know if it's just because the pages are big. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. I am really enjoying it. I love the world. The world building's incredible. I love all the characters. All female main characters, very strong women that are like trying to fight for their own safety, for the safety of their friends and family. Obviously there's magic in there and loads of dragons. It's quite interesting seeing different perspectives of the world in different places of it, and like the different experiences these women have had, different ages as well. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I just kind of want it to be done now. You know what I mean? I don't know. It felt like it took like 200 pages for the story to start, but I don't feel like it was a slow 200 pages. Does that make sense? Like, I saw someone say that they put it down after about 100 pages because nothing had happened, and I can understand that, but I feel like everything that had happened was for a reason. So I don't know. But yeah, I will read this month because I am forcing. Well, not forcing myself, I enjoy it. Just try to force myself to get it read. So this weekend, I haven't really got any plans at the minute, so I'm going to try and get this done. But we shall see. But yeah, this will definitely be the first book I finish this month, of course, because I need to get it done. So last month, I also started Shadow and Bone. I read the first one. I actually read it pretty quickly, I'll say. So obviously I need to move on to the second one in the month of August. I'm not really that excited to read this. I will read it. I just thought the TV show's better for the first book, and that's really bad to say because that very rarely happens with books and book adaptations. I just feel like being in Alina's head was just like, oh, I can see why they included the Six of Crows in the TV show. Obviously, I'm not going to fully review that here because that will be in the wrap up. But yeah, I'm just a bit meh. I think I gave that one 3 stars, so I'm probably expecting about the same for this. But I will read it because I want to get to Six of Crows, so I will read Six of Crows before the end of this year, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, I want to get to this one. At least it's short. That's what it's got going for it, it's short. So yeah, we'll get to this one. And also last month I did start rereading A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This is going to be a very fantasy heavy month, but I'm not complaining about that. So I started rereading that because she's got a 4th book in this series coming out in October, and I was trying to do the read along thing that she's doing here on YouTube actually, which to be fair I can watch like the videos related to Dark Shade of Magic now, but yes, I wanted to carry on and read A Gathering of Shadows, which is the second one in the series, and I remember this being my favourite of the series. I actually gave this 5 stars when I read it whenever it was, 2019 I think it was. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to this one. It is honestly, reading that first one again, I'm not going to go into too much details, you'll have to wait for my wrap up. But I was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed it, and I feel like I enjoyed it more than last time. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to read this. I remember there being like sort of a battle, like a battle-y thing. Not battle, but like a, what's the word? Battle Royale type thing, like a games sort of thing. I remember that happening in this, so I'm very excited to reread that. And to be honest, I couldn't really remember much of a story. I was sitting there when I was reading the other one, I was a bit like, I remember this bit happening, but where does it happen? So yeah, it's really good to actually get to reread these. And that's, yeah, I'm just excited to get to this one. And then finally, audiobooks. I've not been doing well with audiobooks lately. I really haven't. I started Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey, which is the second book in the Expanse series, back in June, I think. Something like that. Maybe even May. No, I think it was June. I am enjoying it. I just keep getting lost because I keep having to take a break in between reading it. My issue is, I've said this before, I usually listen to audiobooks when I'm working out. Okay? And I did have very high intentions to work out a lot this month, and then I injured my back, didn't I? I injured my bloody back. So I've been going for walks instead, and I've been listening to it during walks, but my walks are only about 30 minutes long, so I'm only listening to 30 minutes a day now. And I only do the walks when it's not raining, which most of the time it is at the minute. So it's just not been great, and so I need to try and listen to it while I'm doing chores instead, I think. But I'm so behind on podcasts as well that I usually listen to podcasts. You don't care about any of this, but anyway. I've got about 8 or 9 hours left, so in theory, even if I go on, well, I'll be 16 walks, wouldn't it? I'll go on 16 walks this month, I should get it done. And then I can move on to Abaddon's Gate, I think is the next one. But to be honest, I am a little bit bored, and I am a little bit lost with some of the story, and I feel like I'm not focusing enough on it. So we'll see how I feel by the end of the book as to whether I continue it in an audio format or if I switch and do something else and maybe listen to like a non-fiction audio format. I'm not sure. I know memoirs work really well for me, so maybe I'll do a memoir. To be fair, I haven't tried a non-memoir non-fiction yet. So if there's any non-fictions that aren't memoirs that are really good, please let me know. I know there's a few memoirs that I do want to listen to, like Crying in H Mart. I've heard good things about that, but if you know of any good non-fiction that I'll find interesting and engaging enough while in an audiobook format, please let me know in the comments, because yeah, I feel like maybe I need to switch genre for that. But yeah. So yes, this is all the books I want to read in the month of August, as well as the Illumicate book, which will be added once that arrives. My Kindle is in there as well. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think I'll enjoy all of these? I'm not expecting to enjoy every single one. I feel like Fourth Wing will be just a fun, fluffy, stress-free read. Probably same with Siege and Storm, to be honest. I've got a difficult one here. I've got Witch King as well, which I'm excited to read, and The Gathering Shadows, and then obviously my audiobooks. So we shall see. We'll see what happens. If I finish all of these, I will then pick something out from my Illumicate bowl. To be honest, I read 3 books last month, so I think I read 3. You'll find that in my wrap-up. So I probably won't get through all these. My average is normally 4. My average is normally 4, so... We got 4 books, 4 physical books, so we'll see. Yes, if you read any of these, what do you think? And also let me know what's on your TBR as well, or link me your video or whatever, because I would love to know. And yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.